Guess who's back? Back again. It's me. And that's a very appropriate way of starting the stream. Which I gotta turn down the volume a little bit off. That should be fine. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. It's a boat! The underside of the boat has recently been tarred. What in tarnation? Just throwing all of the banging jokes out there. Okay, there's somebody there. Still got my boombox in hand. And there's another boat. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. That's probably how that word is pronounced. Couldn't possibly be wrong. Right, I was gonna go this way first. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
What happened here?
In this yard?
Lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of grey swallows takes off in the distance.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's a bloc obscur? So this part of the coast is bloc obscur? What is
A
that?
black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
So this part of the coast is a bloc obscur?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Maybe they left something useful behind?
Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
That sounds like me.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Maybe. But maybe... What's up? The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Is that money? It is. What's that? More money. And what is this? It's... Oh, it's outside. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Okay. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Okay, that could be good. It's a tape. Smallest something something. Hold on. I forgot to mute this thing. Or rather, it has unmuted itself after the time has passed. Which is unfortunate for me. Let me reapply that mute. I almost said mutation. That's not quite right, but it's kind of funny how that works out. Oh no, wait. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I hit the wrong button. Damn it. No. There. Alright. We got 3 level ups again. Not sure what to do with them. But it's fine. It's cool to hang on to them. What's this tape? Smallest church in Saint-Saëns. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A side has smallest church in Saint-Saëns written on it, while the B side is supposed to contain the instrumental version. It requires a boombox to play. A boombox, you say? One very fashionable, cool boombox for a very cool guy, you say? What a coincidence.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker. Keep the portal-reel at the harmless distance. Yeah, keep it at a harmless distance.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier
Cessons.
yards. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega
A
sad.
mega sad song, you say? Coincidence?
Within seconds you know, this is the one.
Yeah.
The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it.
Yeah.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this. No, I couldn't. It's too sad. I might cry and trash the room again. Scratch that. I'm already crying and I look dumb and old. No. Could I sing this? I could.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this.
Yeah.
And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times.
Sure.
Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Okay.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it.
Yeah.
Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself.
Yeah.
Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Yeah.
The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Because there's nothing to say, man. We both understand. Right, finally a cause. A worthy cause on this world to follow. Didn't think a place like this would be where I find the tape. But I mean, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. What other mystical treasures await me here? Could be anything. What's through the window? Through the broken glass, duty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Sounds like a good place to stay. I don't know if it is, but it doesn't look worse than the place I'm currently staying, probably. That seems like a home made for me. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I guess the music is coming from the roof, from the boombox. As you said, Fiber, if you're watching. Another postcard. And a bow tie. A bow knot, I'm sorry. So, there's a postcard. Tinge of age, yep, sure, definitely. +2 drama. Where does it go? In the next slot, probably. +2 drama versus +1 Inland Empire. Inland Empire 5. Drama 4. Could get this to a mighty 6, but that would reduce this to 4. Drama hasn't really been... I mean, drama's been useful sometimes, like telling whether somebody's been lying or not. But Inland Empire has also been kind of funny. I mean, I would gain 2 points and only lose 1, so I think that's probably good. Let's see what it looks like first. Yes. I look like a terrible stripper. That's exactly the right look for me. Four Inland Empire. That's good. That's good. That's fine. 6 drama, dog. I'm like a drama queen. A drama queen who dances to weird music, playing from a boombox at random intervals. I wonder when somebody will call me out for the music playing. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Cinder blocks. Charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Or are they? I guess they are. Guess I can't go this way either. Yep. Ooh, pants. You see dust-covered linens. Dry tulips on a bed. A bed? What are these pants about? +1 to Kingdom of Conscious. Moralist pants. That doesn't seem like a real stat. What do my current pants do? +1 electrochemistry and -1 reaction speed. I mean, I could lose those. Also, something is weird with the way my pants are looking in this menu. Because of the background, I guess. Kingdom of Conscience. Is that a thing? And direction. Doesn't look like it. Let's just see what they look like. Electrochemistry, reaction speed. 2 reaction speed is pretty bad. But my electrochemistry is also only at 3. And a 4 if I put on that stupid kimono. Whatever, let's just keep it like this. Ooh.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. How about breaking in, though? What was that? Right, but what did I just... Ah! What was it? Damn it, I will never find out. A wetting stone, well worn and covered in rust. Take some money. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. What's that? Ooh, stuff. Okay, so this connects to here. Let's go that way first. Please. What are these doing in the fish? What? I can't really tell. These look like fish. Oh, boots! What the fuck? Those were not visible from the outside. +1 perception. +1 composure, -1 savoir flair. I've got pretty decent savoir flair. Composure. Composure seems pretty useful. Perception is probably also useful. These boots look kinda dumb. Good old calf-length cavalry boots. Mount that horse and ride into the night. The heel comes in handy too. It definitely makes you some good 5 centimeters taller, but could it be that it's also making you sharper? More perceptive to your surroundings? Now that you've gained a new perspective? I mean, it's another one of these where, you know, this gives and loses me something, and these only give me something. So I guess it's better if both of them seem useful. Let's do that. Sure, why not? Hello.
Hi, officer.
The nitpicker. A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword and a scabbard hangs from her hip. Cool.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we exactly? I have questions. The first is, what's your name? Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. I have questions.
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Yeah.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Yeah, I was going to. Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly.
Hold on, do you know how to use it? It is imposing. Isn't that what guns are for? It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Yeah. Can I borrow that sword? Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? So where are the men now? Can I borrow the sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
Why don't other women do that?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Behold! Point to the expression on your face. I don't have the expression anymore. I'm a proper man, believe me. True, most people I've met are scared. Yeah.
No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. But only frightened people are really dangerous. And plenty of them are dangerous.
Why don't more... So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait, why, if they're thick-headed?
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
Her expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
Gone? Coward! I would never leave anyone. He disappeared. Sounds like a missing persons case.
It absolutely does not.
Yeah, it sounds more like he's dead.
We're not going to look for him.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves.
That's bad. What happened? Oh, say no more. Wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning. It's healthy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
Very pragmatic.
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
Oh no, the kids. She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what look like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better.
Uh-huh.
Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Sure, maybe later. So what do you do around here?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
Is that enough to make a living?
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
What? What?
This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Interesting, what have you found? I never thought the sea brought in anything particularly interesting. Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic. Alright, I think I get it. Interesting, what have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
I need to know more about those human bodies. A mine? The RCM sound could use a mine. Where is it? Drugs? I need info on this. Major narc. This place looks bad. Why don't you leave? Okay, enough about this place. What about those bodies?
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Yeah, maybe stay clear of the things reminded her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe I could get info on somebody else who might have died. Oh, geez. Don't know a good spot yet? Okay. Sure. So I take it that's your skiff?
Sure is. The sun, I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue.
What's the other -1? Kim's present makes it awkward. Oh. I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for missing cryptozoologists. Working class husband. I'd like to ask some else. A working class husband.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. Could do with some landed gentry, but apparently they don't make those anymore.
The husband isn't for me. I'm looking for his wife.
Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
I'm looking for Miss...
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People who look for imaginary animals. People who look for animals who are hard to find. People who look for animals mainstream scientists deny exist. Oh, jeez. Let's say hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? Haven't heard about those.
Two odd guys have been wandering around here. Nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Be seeing you. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What's that? Money! The planks beneath you... whatever. Apparently I can't read today. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Isn't that nice? What's in that? More money. Does this lead anywhere? Guess not. Let's look through the window first, if I can. You can't see into the house from this angle. I mean, I thought so. Why can't I just walk? Jeez. It's locked tight. Well. The woman to her next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed. I mean, this. How do you know it's not Elden Ring?
You're not sure about the melody.
This could be Elden Ring.
It might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Sujunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
If you can't see, then how did you know I was there? Jeez. Lean forward. What if I don't want to? Sure, lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble. We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Huh. I'm pretty hardcore, yeah. I'm like pretty much the coolest dude ever. Pretty hardcore. Wait, I've been here before? What kind of ill omen are we talking about? I am an ill omen, right? If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that? What kind of ill omen?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Oh shit. Maybe don't remember anything, okay? Not remembering things is, shit, did I fail the roll? God damn it. Can I retry? Wait, let me raise my rhetoric. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty hardcore. Did it work now? Or was that a red check? Shit. Let's ask the stupid question, even though I'm pretty sure she just means the police and not me specifically.
No, not you personally.
Yeah.
I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding. Needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him. It took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
I am an ill omen, alright.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because I'm
Whoops, sorry.
There's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others.
Because you're an ill omen, but you're still welcome here as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Well, I'm pretty hardcore, so...
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. Don't know if I can afford another place.
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on, you're just giving it to me? I'm not sure it's appropriate for the RCM to accept. There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night, just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
You just... why isn't anyone using the room? Sure, whatever.
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
It's a pretty shitty room. So, what is in this fishing village? What's further down the coast? Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here? Let me ask about you first.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier. No, that's not me. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Castor.
Your parents must have had big plans for you. Wonder if you measured them.
Totally.
The question must be prompted by your sloppy posture. Straighten your back, man.
So, what is this village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor. I don't think I want to say that. There's got to be something here. Tell me. Who else lives in this village? Is there a way to make a little money around here? Who else lives here?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. But they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Liliane already.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I haven't seen any drunks yet, though.
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I get the feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on? Sure.
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. Huh. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting even through the night. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
What else?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses. Empty.
Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant?
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here? Sure.
No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
Alright.
As I said, it's a peninsula. There's no one there, just ghosts and vagrants, and teenagers making out.
Goodbye. Let's check out our new digs. Our sweet
The door
new
has
home.
seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Sweet. Definitely, this is definitely gonna be, hey, Johanna. Or rather, Tabasco Fanatical Rain. Feels kinda dumb to pronounce it in English. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant something. Sure. The floorboards creak under your step. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice. This place not bad at all. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, and an almanac from 39. Yeah. It's from the
coastal
boombox.
wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Jeez. My new hangout where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves roll in. My forward base for the coastal part of the operation. It's free, that's good enough. I could live here. Looks like this is my new home. Wonder where the old one went. Looks like it's my new home.
Westward, across the canal, towers the whirling in rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. 1 floor below, behind a counter, stands an irritable man. In a small shack in the fishing village, a baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber face of the world. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant.
Thank you, Strange Sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation. No, wait, I changed my mind. I want to choose again. Nah.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Okay. I don't see an option for that, but we'll get there. You see the waves, the sea, a church.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
That sounds like a bad idea. Is shaving the right call? Hand-eye coordination, 42%. Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
So is that a yes or no? I personally definitely don't like this beard, this mustache. Let's see about my hand-eye coordination, if I can do something about that. But let's first check the rest of the room.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is, without the expression. It's just hairy.
What's that? Ooh, another item to dress up in. That's my new bed.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
No time to rest yet. Alright, hand-eye coordination. What are you at? 2, that's not great. But it's probably because I'm Okay, my items at least aren't lowering it, but maybe I can raise it. Logic. Checkmate. Versus, wait, this is a jacket. This is a... I think I prefer this. Slightly. What about my thoughts? Minus one hand eye. Which one is that? What's this again? Int and side checks, right. I don't think this has helped me yet. But my pain threshold is raised. Up. Shivers. Hand-eye coordination. Minus one consumption. Right, no, I do like this one a lot. It gives me so much EXP. And heals my morale all the time. This one makes me an extra sorry cop. That's true. I wonder what would happen if I fail the shaving. Because like if it's a white check, then I could just, you know, then improve my chances. Let me just save. If it kills me, then hey. I do. Oops.
On the table, you see a bowl of water.
Let's do it.
And next, your hand trembles as you scratch your cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves.
Scrape harder? I don't think so. Leave it for now.
Thank God, I would have cut your throat.
Yeah. How about we spend one of those level up points? And try again.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap.
Please,
like an artist
yeah.
with a brush or a master swordsman. You use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Feel your clean-shaven cheeks. Hope this was the right decision.
Beneath the damp sprouts a new vigor, like you've discarded some bad decisions. It feels as though you've passed through a ritual, emerged from cold water, even.
Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression.
Honestly, the portrait in the bottom right corner isn't looking much better to me, but hey. Originally they wanted a unique voice for each skill, but it makes things feel too cartoony. Okay, I can see that. Also, when you called Inland Empire she, I kind of thought, did that one have a female voice? But no, same voice. But now we're clean shaven, and gonna surprise Kim with that. He's gonna love it, I know it. Hey Kim, hey Kim, hey Kim. Yeah. Or they might also be the same voice actor, but putting on different voices maybe. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering.
Yes?
So, I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps...
What is it? You can tell me, Kim. I know, stunning, right? I knew I shouldn't shave. I knew it. I still did it. What an idiot. You can tell me.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Yeah, damage. He means
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
No. How is the boombox breaking immersion? The boombox is immersion. Thanks for the room, lady.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Goodbye. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hey kids, your mom's gonna marry me.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
How are they kicking in this position?
Lily's our mum.
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
Yeah, I don't have any shops or drops or pops or knobs or jobs. Yeah, man. None of those in my channel. What?
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock.
You might find a bob or two around here sometime.
In some kind of dirt.
You're bad with kids.
The lieutenant's remarks with evident glee. I am, yes. And what are you, Kidmaster General? It's impossible to be good with kids. They're too stupid. Yes.
You're right there. Let's see if we can find some police work, shall we? We're not getting anything here.
Bye, kids. Hard to see the details. The colors are all warm and welcoming. Are cozy enough? Are cozy though. A flower through where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Tro. Flower chaff. Tro? Tro? Chaff? Chaff? Tro? Trough. Something like that. Hello, people. Let me check your room first. Oh, it's just one person. And a doll or a baby. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Another taxidermized bird. I guess I'll take it.
Hello, mister.
A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with a frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
Okay. What's this?
It's a grouse.
She yelps, smiling broadly.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the screw you broke.
Yes, but what is it for? Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds.
Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier. No, but I'd like to. Sure.
Uh-huh. Mom is great. You know what's great about my mom?
Everything?
Yeah.
She smiles, hugging her fuzzy toy. What's that thing you're holding?
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like
She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Lammy looks like he's falling apart. Lammy looks soft. Oh, okay. Well, pleased to meet you, Lammy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
Am I? I just say shaved, though. Goodbye.
Bye!
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. What last one? What? You like my boombox, guys? I definitely did not understand that as "don't call Abigail," grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. Oh, the music is breaking the sad music immersion. Well, it's not really sad when you have a cool boombox with you, is it? It's good times with me around.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who is Abigail?
Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her! Hear me! Abigail?
Why shouldn't I call her?
She snorts and beckons you to lean in.
Oh boy. I'll do it.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
He then waves his hands as if shooing you away. Okay.
Don't call Abigail.
He whimpers softly, his voice trailing off into nothingness. Alright, fellas. You got anything else to say? Kim kind of fits in well here. I guess I do too. Like, just from the color situation.
Hey, tequila!
A 30-something man clad in two-piece Lycra TM tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Sure, shake his hand. I'm wearing gloves.
So what's happening?
He picks up his beer. Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
That must be a reference.
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Really? A reality? It makes me aggressively sad. I don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Yeah.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image, long time ago. Those days are over now.
He looks at his shit-stained Lycra TM jacket with a grim expression.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What is a Tequila Sunset? You keep saying it. What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
I don't think I need to ask that, but sure.
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
For some reason the name Tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means? Sure, Inland Empire, I'll play your game.
You think you feel bad now. Wait till you've heard the story.
No, no. You need the wisdom.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords.
He takes a big sip.
Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is.
Yeah, sure is.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally. I want to get this off this story train. Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!"
It hath.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Oh god, what happened next? Say nothing, it's more dignified that way. Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality. Say nothing.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Naturally.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait, so is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. That's not my name. I'm Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. That's what you should call me.
Nah, that name sucks.
Hey,
You're Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
how long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not as troubling as it could have been.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only...
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Oh, jeez.
Please, don't open that door.
Oh, wait, I have 2 health now. No, that's 2 healing items. Okay, I was like, what? Why did that do real damage to me? That's rough. Holy shit. I guess that's just how much it hurts.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Thanks for the input.
Abigail.
Oh no.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Seems like that to me too. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my
You
colleagues?
told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
That seems accurate, honestly.
It's more like you were cramping the
No.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Of course.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
He takes a long sip of beer. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
That does sound like me.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Oh no. I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by a storytelling ability. Want to tell me another about one sometime? Sure.
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
No, actually I've heard enough stories for a lifetime. They suck. Goodbye. Yes, want to tell me about how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling that this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna lie. I do have that bottle. But I'm not sure that story would help me at all. Let's save it.
In that case, I'm not a storyteller.
He crosses his legs and turns his gaze towards the ground. Be seeing ya.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
What about you?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace you. What are you talking about? Good to see you too, friend. What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Amphetamine? Quite the business venture you've set up here. Why does the bottle of spirit cost 300 AR? Definitely can't afford this. Blue medicinal spirit. I want a pack of smokes. Here's the money for Pilsner. Save me some speed. Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Let him speak. No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy. I just have the spirits and not the story today. Thank you. Let him speak.
You know, it's funny actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is it?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you find fun and think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Where did you get this bottle of spirits from? Okay, can I just get the spirits, if that's okay with you? Where did you get this?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it. That sounds dangerous. I should remember it. That sounds dangerous.
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Assholes. Have they no shame taking money for a service they provide? Okay, how?
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead fingers.
He gets an excited gleam in his eyes.
Fight 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here.
Oh
But
jeez.
this last one is yours for 3 real if you want it.
3? 3? I thought it was 300 real. Can I smell it first? I think it will prove useful, yes. I mean, it actually might. Raw alcohol? For 3 real, I'll take it.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Let's take it.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Sure.
If you drink this, then you'll die.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
Maybe I can use it for something else, though. I'm
In
off.
the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves you off. Well, what's this? Is this 3 real? Hello? Please, game? I think it's my controller. Being a little drifty. Not 3 real, but you know. It's a start. Oh. No, come on. I want to do that thing.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road? What about the bus stop? Who are they?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
That is enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Hey.
Motorway south. The lone vector stretches in your mind's eye into the wild pale yonder. For an unimaginable distance, forgetting, until you can no longer remember anything. No cities, no mountains, no oceans, and finally, no vector. Nothing remains. A blank space with no point of reference, where only one type of motion is possible. The motion of a human throat, swallowing, and then it comes to you. To reach the end of the motorway south is to be unborn. You've had this thought before, while aimlessly wandering the streets of Jamrock. A lost piece of the man you were. A dark hope.
So this gives me... Okay, this unlocks all intellect-wide checks. That's cool, I guess. And +1 in the Inland Empire. Okay. Oops. Any other thoughts? Nope. Items. This little bird. And this bottle. 6 real, huh? So that's 3 real worth of money that I made if I sell this. Man, I wish I hadn't dropped the other die. Man! Yep. So I guess these drunks aren't our drunks, the ones that we're looking for. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. Maybe I should take this as a sign to save. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream, a broken pipe. What? Oh no. What's this? Money! The rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. That's a no-land winged sink. An unsuccessful model. Chirrups. Yeah, man. Rust-eaten letters say Mazout. Oh, quick travel unlocked. There's quick travel? Was there quick travel the entire time? A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Okay. Oh, once I bought the map. Before you draw a bridge, it can only be lowered from the other side. Well, if I could just hop on these things, that might not be safe, but I could do it. This is some threatening music. But there comes the boombox to save the day. And it's back. It must have taken a lot of patience to do this, yeah. Hello, are you a drunk husband? Or are you a researcher?
Looking girl in her late teens,
I guess not.
early 20s, kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat? So you want to party? I have some questions for you. Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I am wearing a hat. I don't have to do anything. I am the law. You have to do what the law says. I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too, if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
That's a good point.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer
No, I don't
of
care.
the law.
Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. I'm not a bad cop. I'm a cool boombox cop. So what's her name?
A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname? A cell who? I'm not a young suitor. This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from police work. I'm from the police, and it's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Berger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
What's that device? What are you doing out here in the cold? You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. What's that? What's that you're doing? What's that device? What's that device?
It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to use my wife's name. How about my mother? What am I supposed to do with this?
No idea.
Does it have anything to do with Contact Mike? I'm not going to ask that. What's that thing? How does that thing work? Where did you get the mic from? Sure.
Same place I got the recorder from. The Palaceum.
What's the Palaceum?
Oh man. You haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
Hey man, Contact Mike is not a good topic. You would know that if you were a good cop. You don't even have a boombox, do you?
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Arno van Eyck?
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds interesting. Who's this Arno guy? Sounds like a place for... no, that's... no.
Oh yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Palaceum going kind of person.
I get down. On second thought, let's go back. I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
It means I'm hip beyond my years. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hostel room. That's true. Neither do I, actually. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Get down? Grind? No, this.
That's cool.
She breathes on her fingers. Looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right, time has deserted me. Never mind, let's talk about the contact mic instead.
Sure.
Does it have anything to do with the contact mic?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean forget it.
Sure.
How does it work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-born sound, if you like technobabble.
Actually, I had some non-mic questions for you.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Recording, I guess.
I did ask her. No. And what is it you're recording exactly?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
She scratches her forehead. No. Contact mic has nothing to do with it. It's all about the blue door. It's all about the wall. It's all about Raphael. Elysium. No, not Elysium. Something Cousteau. And it's about other things that I'm going to find out. But contact mic? Pfft, what are you talking about? That's stupid. Wait, what happens to the headphones? What happened to the headphones? And what are those recordings for? What happened to the headphones?
My boyfriend sold them.
What for?
I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
And where are those recordings? What are these recordings for? The cracks? The footsteps?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
She rubs her shoulders and looks around.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Aw.
Take this, your call.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's fine.
It's okay.
The lieutenant backs up. He throws you a glance. Now this is where a hat would come in handy. Give her your hat. Here, you need this more. You said it's supposed to be a music place? What does my current hat do again? Come on, I just want to know what my hat does. I just want to know what my hat does. Damn it. Here, take my hat. No, maybe if I do this I can offer her a hat from my inventory.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat.
Here. Maybe I can put on a different hat and, you know. You said it's supposed to be a music place?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
What are you freezing out here? Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
You mean like those headphones for your boyfriend sold? Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More
Uh,
expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I had some other questions.
Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned.
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one. She's better at lying than she'd like everyone to know.
Have you been questioned before? We do, don't we? Mind if I question you some more? Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river? So trouble. What trouble you've gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what is in Forberg? Why did you need to move out of there?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't. And why did you have to move out?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
You know what? I think you've really learned something from all those times you've been questioned. Some of your lies have been pretty good. Oh shit. I get that. I'm major party animal myself, Major. Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example. I had another question. I don't want to call her a liar. I had another question.
Go ahead.
Oh, have that die. Interesting that helps. That's it for now. Let me put on a different hat, and maybe I can give that to you. What are my hat options? This thing, that will probably provide good heat. Or rather good, heat preservation. No. This thing, I don't know. Yeah, I think this one would be decent. Even though it's called a bum head, but come on. It's gonna be good for you.
Hello again. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to... My boyfriend... I don't know, man.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something.
The musicians in the palace... Anyway, I don't really know what I'm...
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with...
Take this, your call.
No, man.
It's okay.
Give her your hat.
Thanks.
She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. There we go. Had some other questions? Haha. That's empathy. I guess we'll try. Please.
The device is
Damn it.
cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Oh well. Painted with pastels. Someone is trying to bring cheer into the world. That's a shitty tent. That's even worse than my tent. Or that one time. My claims. Trash from some unending party. A pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. Is there an entrance to this? I guess there is.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
You mean me being hardcore?
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Sure.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. I got this, no problem. It'll be cool, just like me, the cool boombox detective. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. Their label says distilled. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosoped Ultra. A speaker, the kind they use for live music.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshy tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret,
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing?
Hardcore to the mega!
Alright.
Here comes the night!
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle. What? Could there have been a right way out of this garden for a room? Okay.
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
A strangely dressed young man says without looking up from his toolbox. What if I want to speak to you first?
I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in. Get a reading on your sign.
Before he's finished talking, he's already turned back to his tools. Alright, I'll do that.
The young man picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods.
I mean, what? I'm not done with this guy. I'm just, you know, checking the vibes, coring it out. Then I'll go hardcore later, you know. You just don't know how it works.
A youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sure, shake the
His
hand.
grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
An egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Honestly, for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need, the place is pretty bad. Yeah.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened.
Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In Reversholt. Strike that! The world! And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Shake your head gravely. Sure, dog.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky? Spookiness is not a matter for police investigation. No, what do you mean?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more. I'll make up my mind later. I have questions for you first. The police have more important things. Sure, man, I'll check it out.
Alright, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
What's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet. Who exactly are these people inside the church? I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there? You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes own the church. Who are these as ecclesiastes? I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment. Sure.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water. What's with all the nosebed?
The what now?
He leans in to hear you better. Point at the bottle of nasal spray in the corner. Noseped Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosefed is the shit.
Uh-huh. Good, now on to the next thing. Can I have some? I have some nose problems too.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away.
Cool. So you brought your own water.
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
And still too.
Oh.
He doesn't know what to say.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
Okay. Alright, that's enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. Well, let's do some other stuff first. So what's with the church?
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key? How long have those people been locked up in there? Oh geez, there's people in there. What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Oh jeez. The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies toward you, let it fall to the ground, then pick it up like a normally adult person. But I want to be the cool guy.
It's as if time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool.
Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face with minimal effort. Ah!
Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball. A stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye.
Ouch, goddamn asshole, what is wrong with you? Can't you see I'm in pain now?
Man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry.
He looks like he's genuinely sorry. He didn't throw them better.
I'm sorry. Bend your face in mockery of his... Are you... What the fuck? You almost murdered me. I'm cop. That's use of lethal force.
I really am sorry, man. Just take this, okay?
He pulls out some black pepper from his belt pack.
Well,
Paper.
Looks like there's quite a lot there.
That's the least you could do. Take the money. I don't need your pity money. No, where were we? I don't need it. No.
The key?
He cautiously hands you the yellow keyring.
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap.
If I had known that could go this wrong, I would not have tried. Jesus Christ. I don't think I will try any of those anymore. Because every time something gets lost or... Yeah, it's not a good time. I could also increase my hand-eye coordination or my reaction speed or whatever that was. Reaction speed, yeah.
We were talking about the padlock, I think.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means? 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being. 85% is good enough. No one lives forever, baby. You know what involuntary manslaughter is? Nah, let's just say this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
You mentioned some kind of whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Before we go on, what do you mean by meteor? Mask it. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party? Don't mask it. I don't even know what the founding party is. Mask it.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a dance club in one of their churches? They sound like exactly the kind of people who would want allowed dance music in their church. Yeah.
You're right, they do.
He says without the slightest hint of irony.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance!
He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore!
Yeah.
Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse!
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
No words. Enjoy the beat. Nod your head. I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a posse? I guess love can be pretty hardcore. You're right. How could the founding fire party be anything but enthusiastic? Dance music is about love, and so is the Percarnassian Church. On second thought, no. No.
Feels good.
Okay. Love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh, yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
Wow.
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
I know the Noid has a science, but what's the deal with Egghead?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
What's a master of ceremonies? How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Who exactly are these people inside the church? I think we asked that. Yeah, whatever, let's ask again.
I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the police involved? Better safe than sorry. Anything more than you can tell me?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about something watching you? Can you tell me more about this machinery? So how can you be sure they are burnouts and dope heads if you haven't even seen them? Alright, let's talk about it. How can you be so sure?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. I don't see a single thing wrong. Well, I mean, that sounds rude, but hey, fuck it.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
What about that machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
And about that thing?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Totally.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
You mean like a spider?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Wow.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Are you sure there was a crabman? Ambush behavior. Crabman. Crabman!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time. But I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
I believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
That's damn, I got a minus for being a narc. A narc.
As always.
Alright, guy.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid?
He stooped over his toolbox as usual, shuffling the bolts around angrily.
That's fine, man. But I've got to warn ya, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sigh on.
But I thought we'd be okay now, sigh-wise. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revishal's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
What's wrong with the supernatural? The supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
What?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Why do they call you Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
But I thought we'd be okay now.
I'm doing what I can.
He continues to rearrange his tools.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre. He looks like a well-thought-out individual. The synchronization might be worth it in the long run.
Well, I don't know how to do that. I'll come back later. Alright, Mr. Hardcore. Let me save.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
So maybe there's a pattern between him saying this is hardcore and just saying hardcore. But is it?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
So this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing? Yeah! Do I trust drama or encyclopedia? I'd say drama is more hardcore.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
He missed one A.
Oh no. You missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you have to yell it with 6 too. You missed an A there, but that's okay. I'm pretty lenient cop.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Huh.
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Says the young man with the tape player and the large boreadero boots. Lung-shaped trees sprout on his silver belt buckle.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you? I don't know what to say to that.
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do?
We're close.
Says the young man, and so on and so forth.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the wall.
All car. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not so hardcore beat below. So hardcore. No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't. So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago. It is!
What is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I was thinking that too. I don't know what to say exactly. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
Okay. Well, if I'm not there yet, then maybe I have to come back later. He's pretty hardcore. Can't deny. Hey girl, what do you can you tell me about crab people?
Girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
Can't say, gotta ask questions first.
Shoot.
I'd like to more. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Like a crab, you say?
The lieutenant nods, his face is stone. What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like? You're right, I don't believe you. You're wrong, I do believe you. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
The lieutenant raises an eyebrow.
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
A gangster crab man? Yeah, I don't believe you. You're wrong, I do believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie. What would you stand to gain? Yeah?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
That's all. Okay. I mean, that's good. There's probably some truth to that story, right? Even if it's not actually like a crab man. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. A dead phone. A smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard.
payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Pick up the headset.
You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Dial a random number. I mean, sure. Well, that was loud.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. Yes, it's me, Pierre. It might be. I might be. What's Pierre like? No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
The woman moans and the phone line howls in unison with her. I'm not a salesman. I was just calling a random number and you somehow ran with it. And, yeah. Yes, I'm a salesman. What exactly did we do to your country? I don't know who I am, but who are you? No, I'm a police officer.
To hell with the police! To hell with you!
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects.
That's fair.
You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Well, enough of that. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Stuff.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
It might be a clue.
A clue? You think our suspect is a seagull who's been defecating on unsuspecting jackets?
Could have been multiple seagulls.
A poet could write a dozen verses and still not begin to capture the profound vexation in that sigh. You should still take it.
I mean, I don't see why that would be a bad thing to take. Filthy jacket. Do I have an inventory limit? Filthy jacket, is that it? No. Is this? No. Huh? Alright, I should put my hat back on. Oh, it's an interactable item, I see. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural process. You can't even tell what brand it is. Well, let's interact with it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting? Let's not think about any of that, I don't know. Nope.
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Sure.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Yeah.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
No, they're not. I'm wearing gloves. Maybe if I wear my hands on my pants? No. Ew.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
I could just take my gloves off. But I won't. Money! A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk something. Inhabitable. New skill point. A coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Glasses. Vagrants have recently painted the top red. Water drips from it. Alright, I just know it. New postcard. Let's check those glasses. Nope, whoops. +2 encyclopedia. But -1 perception. I'll keep these. Money. And now I can even spend my money like a lot more freely because I don't have to pay that jerk rent.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Hold on, that is awful. What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Okay, how about I save? Careful there. These floorboards look rotten and weak. What if I just saved?
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
That might be the guy. The deadbeat husband. He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job.
All right.
Yourself.
Have fun, Johanna. Good night and bye-bye. Up.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step there.
Examine the chewing gum paper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too?
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
He looks at 2 other bottles forgotten near the coin-operated viewer. Examine the man's head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
No, just this one at the back of his head.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Why is this an option? I don't think I should step on the floorboards, right? Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Study the clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Is that what the wife told us?
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Study the man.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
What shall we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about field autopsy? We found him, we should finish this. Let's leave this case to the station. I don't want to spend time on it. I still need some time to decide. What about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy? You're right. I don't see anything criminal here. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
We found him. And it's probably the guy.
Alright. We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station for Mikey and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Who is this man? I mean, we're about to find out, right? Library card found from a pocket of the dead man on the...
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Well, I could call that. It's currently 17 o'clock.
Good. We should give them a call from Mikey and Emma. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Point away. Well, let's hope we don't die from walking around here. This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eye-watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
How about the wrapper?
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads, Shish Kebab Revachol.
Who adds tomato and mayonnaise to a kebab?
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
Huh.
It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Okay. Moonshine probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. What? Let's try if I can't use this phone. Wait, there was a phone here somewhere. Maybe, no. Somewhere around here. Somewhere right there. To call that number.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Okay, I can only dial random numbers from this. Then in that case, let's try that quick travel thing that I apparently have had for a while to get to the car. Right, this. How do I use quick travel? I mean, I guess I could just try quick traveling, like, somewhere around there, like this. Nope. How do you quick travel? Oh, you need the mouse? I'm clicking. Nothing's happening. All of the clicks, none of the action. Maybe from here? Doesn't look like it. Huh? Walk to church? Or what do you mean? Oh, okay, so I need to be at one of these spots to travel to another one? That's weird. But okay. Okay, that didn't take any time up, and it was exactly where I want to be.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh yeah, I also want to talk to her again, but first let's do the library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Merjan, the reader.
Billy Merjan, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
He puts down the receiver.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall, lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves. looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yes, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Oh. Do you have any other information? I mean, you already said that's all he has, but...
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
I did talk to that smoker again. Or do you mean like... So, like, at 21 o'clock I talked to him and he introduced me to his friend. And then on the next day, the smoking friend was, like, just the smoker was in the whirling in rags. So, yeah, did talk to him a little bit. Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
You hear someone answer from afar.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband? Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie?
A moment passes.
She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second.
The librarian turns away from the phone again and relays the question.
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
So how are you so sure that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Thank you, that's all from me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
The librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click.
Anything else you need from me?
Connect me to Sylvie again.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
Wait.
Oh, great. What else do you need to tell?
Sorry, wrong number.
You hear the call breaking up on the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Have you heard back from the SCP about the serial number? I think that's what I wanted.
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
I'm guessing one of its names is Grenell.
Yes. That is the most recent name the ACP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor.
Downwell is a pretty good game.
No, they were called Sediment. And Somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor, blah blah blah.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts on this case. Yes, please do. Please do try. It's imperative that we learn Woe's armor. Yes, thank you. I really appreciate your efforts.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Okay, and I also need to report a dead body.
One moment.
You can hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? age, sex, cause of death?
Pigs want to fuck, I think, was the sex. An unidentified middle-aged man, height, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against a metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
She repeats.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone called Billy Mejan.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
Close the door. Alright. Yeah. Another thing for tomorrow. So many things. Alright. Let's talk to... No, let's walk up there. Because I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna end the stream once I've walked to her place. And then we'll talk to her tomorrow. And do a lot of other stuff. Cool boombox cop stuff. Tomorrow. But first, actually, also let me talk to him about the taxidermy thing. I usually eat around 1 a.m. my time. That's normal for me. Because I stay up until about 5 a.m.
Can I help you?
Carter found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
The man takes the stuffed bird. It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop. I wanted to apologize for breaking a great score by bringing you this ruffed grouse.
Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Yeah, man.
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
Gart, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
I just gave you a bird.
You need to approach this situation logically. Ask him why he has the PA system installed if you can't use it.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear up Sad Style. Why do I have the PA system if no one's going to use it? It's part of my quest of self-discovery. Help me. This is my way of apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry. Why do you have it, man?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44? If it's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it's used. What happened?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
What? But...
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client, I've paid my bills, and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
Well, lucky for you.
He's lying, but whatever. You don't really need his lame tracks.
It's alright. I have my own song with me. Give him the tape for Smallest Church in Saint-Saëns, whatever the fuck.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated.
Yeah.
He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
Yeah. Time to fucking rock.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah. Time to do the damage.
Goodbye. I've got a save here, so if it's really good, we can relive the moment. And if it's really bad, we might also be able to relive it.
The stage is all set up for your
What? I'm saving. I'm not abusing save. What?
You can hear the
Come on.
pallets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
I don't even know what I would strategize about with this. How bad could singing possibly get?
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Right, let me check if I can equip something to improve my drama. I think I do, right? Drama, drama, drama. That gives me drama. This also gives me drama. Man, I can get so dramatic now. But first I gotta check what I would be replacing. Maybe they have drama too. This doesn't, and neither does this. Okay, let's get dramatic. Look at me. Oh my god, I look so stupid. Yeah, and I'm not... Hey, I didn't say anything about reloading to fix anything. I'm just saying if it's funny or something, then we can look at it again. It's very different.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady.
What?
Suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Test the microphone.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Did this give me a minus? Fucking stupid idiot. But I still got better at it because of my new stats. Look around the room.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
I want to do it now. It's almost evening. Fine, I'll wait until evening. Jeez. Fucking critics. Everyone's a critic. Goddamn critics, dude. I'm fucking gonna kill every single one of them. Is that the one? I think that's the one. Yeah. Alright, girlfriend. I mean, it's evening soon, right? Like an hour or two from now. So I might as well talk to the lady first. Maybe on the way down it'll already be time. No, it's 17:37. I would assume evening is starting at 6 or 7 p.m. That seems like a pretty safe assumption. Alright, lady. Sorry to disturb you.
It's a fine day for questions.
Titus Hardeye gave us a recording where the deceased states his intentions to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via the encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
She arches her brow. Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Damn. Yes, the word whore was used. Kohoi was mentioned. He did refer to the atrocities in South yes. Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo? Do you think he was trying to scare people? Why say things like that?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Coping mechanism? Catchphrase? Persona? Honestly could be any of these. Persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke.
Persona!
And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezu all rolled into one person, then cast in Norani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Wow. You like this kind of stuff? And you spent time with this person romantically? You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our
I did it.
scouring sticks.
I hope you weren't disappointed.
You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
I didn't yell it super loud because, you know, I'm not the only person here. But, you know, I did it.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? In Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where's Lelystad? The place, I mean. How old was he, miss? His eye color? He had a tattoo, what did it mean? How old was he?
He was 42.
Hey, nailed it.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago.
Wow.
It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
The lieutenant taps on his notebook once, as though assigning some kind of point.
Points aren't good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Kinda sad that healing never does anything for me, but hey. I didn't know that this was a competition, Kim. Better not to mention it.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it? It was an unused map of the waterways. It was a map of the of his service history. Well, you liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
It was a map of his service history?
Sure, service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You are the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
She nods. Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed. So they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Where is Lelystad?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gotvold. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was Occidental, not Magyar. I looked at the form.
Look at class here. You are both from Oranje. Look at the observer. Moving on. You're both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself. As a Ronese yourself. Didn't his lack of... No, you don't seem like one.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
I think we're finished with this line of the questioning.
All right.
The lieutenant puts his slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Well, let's return to this later.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where's this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
I got this. My age, I think I'm...
Yes.
I'm old, wise and sage, who has seen it all across 300 years. I'm in my early 30s, or rough 30, I lived it up. Oh my god, I have no idea. Probably middle-aged, but... Dog, I'm 300 years old, dog.
Yeah, but probably not, though. Do you want to know the truth?
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Okay. Guess that's a new thought that I could equip and then... Maybe I would know my age or something. Oops. Date of birth generator. No bonuses, huh? Sure, dog. I just opened up a slot. Alright. Need to do something behind Lieutenant Kithuragi's back. Sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Why would I ever do anything like that? He and I are best friends. I don't need to betray him. There's no use, no need, no intent. And thus, we'd remain best friends forever. Alright, let's go down those stairs. And then I think I'll actually start tomorrow with the karaoke show. Because I have no idea how long that's gonna be. Assuming at least that it's evening. But even if it's not, you know, it's fine. There's a decent chance it'll be good anyway, right? With like 70-something%. Alright. That's it for today then. You know, kind of combine those two streams of today and you've got a pretty decently lengthed Disco Elysium stream. Not quite 7 hours, I think, but close to 6, I think. But over 5, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Gonna eat and do some other stuff. See you probably tomorrow. Probably no stream on Sunday though, but we'll see. Or maybe a short one, I don't know. Anyway. Bye-bye.